Come one, come all, nothing but love, nothing but respect. You know what we do, what we don't, what we is, what we isn't. New World Supernova here today, nice and early in the AMs, bringing you guys and you girls My Hero Academia chapter 302. Alright, now this will be a bit of a short video because I'm just pumping this out before I head off to work, but that being said, we're currently in the flashback arc as far as I'm aware for the Shoto family, so probably not going to be too much groundbreaking stuff. It's probably going to be more of an emotionally based chapter for the next couple weeks. That said, I am keen because Endeavor is definitely one of my favorite characters in all of My Hero Academia, right? And gotta say, Dabi's up there too at this point in time. So I'm definitely keen to say the least. So, without further ado, without wasting time, without doing any of that bad stuff, let's get straight into the good stuff. My Hero Academia chapter 302. So we're reading from Viz, if you guys haven't read already. The last 3 chapters of any manga are free on Viz, so you know the dealio. Go check it out, give them support. It is what it is. From now on, we're keeping Shoto away from the other kids. I'm too busy with work to look after him 24/7, which is why I've hired help. But you don't take your eyes off of Toya. He just wants to look at you. He just wants you to look at him, to notice him, that's all. All I can show anyone is the world of heroes. Ooh, God, that is a menacing looking panel of Endeavor there. Honestly, chapter 302, The Wrong Way to Put Out a Fire, part 2. This actually doesn't paint Endeavor in the worst light. Like, yeah, he was, putting that grind on his kids and putting too much pressure on them, and, that's not good. It's bad, but it's understandable as a prideful parent. To an extent. But, the way Toya just absolutely lost his collective shit last chapter definitely leads me to say that kid needs some psychiatric help. He a few crayons short of a crayon box. Heroes? Aren't we just running away? 5 years later. Hey Toya, let's play. Fuyumi, age 12. Natsu, age 8. Oh, sure. First son, Toya, age 13. God, he's cute little kid. Too bad he turns into a goddamn mass murderer. Shoto, third son, age 5. Don't look at them, Shoto. Your siblings belong to a different world than you. Just this one time, please, let me play with Toya and them. No, it's time to train your output capacity. And so while they're outside playing what looks like soccer, Toya's just giving him like a bit of a deadpan glare at the corner of his eye. I mean, that one time was my fault. Little Shoto didn't do anything wrong, but Dad's to blame. Won't even pay attention to us because we're failed creations. Natsu's already out of sleep and Toya's just talking mad crap. Okay, he's not talking crap, but he's venting. He's doing the right thing there. Crazy, right? Is that what modern heroes are all about? Making all these kids they don't even need? Hey, why don't you bug sis about this stuff once in a while? You're telling me to buzz off too, Natsu? Even you? I'm talking to you because you're the only one who gets it. You agree, right? The women in this house are good for nothing. Ooh, I have been saying this for the longest, though. That Shoto's mum, kind of just bad as Endeavor in a few ways. Like, I know Endeavor just used her as a breeding farm. Can't be good for your mental health. But, just throwing it out there, she did pour a boiling kettle on her kid's face just because he looked like his dad. Not the kid's fault. Pretty easy to identify that. Yeah, you've got a mothering instinct, or you should have as a parent, to some extent. So, burying the kids is definitely a big no-no, especially intentionally. And then, I understand that everyone in the family had a grudge against Endeavor, and they were like, oh, Endeavor's Endeavor's bad. Endeavor emotionally abused the living crap out of his kids, alright? Neglect, overly pushing them into one direction or another, right? Bad stuff. Not good. Not good at all. But he never actively tried to physically maim them. The mum did. She is not absolved on this. She's probably just as bad as Endeavor, just in her own right. Wait. We're on page 5. Wait. You're about to run off to that mountain again, aren't you? Why don't you hang out with your classmates once in a while? I don't need friends. We live in different worlds. Toya, do you even want to be a hero? As your mother, it looks to me like you're suffocating because of who your father is, and you're suffering for it. Toya, there are so many paths available, countless options for you. Try looking beyond your father. See what else is out there. If you do that, I'm sure you'll find the man you want to become. What the hell do you know, Mum? And she's just looking at him in shock. Where'd you get that tidbit? Some self-help book? I know about Grandma and them being real poor, so they had to sell you off. You had no choice. That's why I was born, right? You're guilty too, Mum. The fire that won't go out. Toya. Winter. Toya, age 13. I mean, look. A kid who's been told your mother's been sold to essentially keep the family name alive with a good household. A dad who literally is just breeding you out to try and get the strongest components, right? And you're born with an ability stronger than that dude, but it's just not what he wants. That's got to do something to up here pretty badly. Then having all of them be like, oh, well, you know, there's other stuff to do out there. But he's also grown up his entire life being told you were bred for this. There's nothing else for you. You were bred for this. Until Shoto came along. And I'm not saying it's Shoto's fault, but, like, so far, I'm enjoying the way that they're giving good reasons for DABI to be a prick here. Like, it's not out of nowhere and it's not half-assed. I'm down for this. So he's out in the woods burning all these training dummies to smithereens. Toya was always small because he came out of the oven a little early. But at long last, he had a growth spurt, so he was a preemie baby. That probably doesn't help him in any other way either. Right, it's just another bodily process. My foul power is linked to my feelings, so if I get riled up, I'm pretty awesome. If I do say so myself, man, Dad's sure in for a surprise. Along with those physical changes, his fire, but dang, when I get worked up, I don't know why I start crying. Listen, Dad, next time you get a day off, you gotta come up to Sokoto Peak with me, And he lifts up his shirt, new burns, where he can keep them hidden. He's been training that way on purpose. Damn it again. No, wait. What I can do now is really cool. You gotta come see. I might be as awesome as Shoto sooner or later. Maybe I'll even be better than All Might someday. Then you gotta give me some respect, Dad. You'll be glad you created me. I just know it. And see, the worst part is, Endeavor, he's a prick. That's why I like him, because he's terrible as a person, right? That's the good thing about Endeavor. He's a terrible person, and it's about him trying to take steps to improve himself. But even this, he wasn't completely the worst person in the world growing up. He was terrible, yeah, but he cared about the kid's health. Like, that's something to give him. Why didn't you stop him, huh, Ray? Damn it, that's all I asked you to do. And so, I hope he didn't just hit the hell out of his wife. He's looking like a damn villain there for sure. Don't bully Mummy. Stop it. Don't be mean to her. Get out, Shoto. It's none of your business. And the kids are just freaking out. I mean, I'm going to assume he hit her there. Right? Or at least he's screaming at her and she's freaking out. Again, sort of not the best way to address this. Not cool at all. Alright? Abuse is never the way. But what about the carers that he apparently hired? I know they were just for Shoto, but you're the number one hero, right? If your partner is unable to take care of the kids in a satisfactory manner to yourself, get them some bodyguards, especially since you're the like number two hero, because targets. Maybe I'm thinking way too much into this. And you got Natsu and Fiomi just freaking. What the hell do you know, Mum? Yes, my options were limited, but I made my choice and I walked the path of my own accord. I had hoped, if nothing else, that I would keep smiling yet. I can't stop him. And you didn't go after him. Quit crying already, stupid tears. I thought I'd only be throwing fuel on his fire. No, that's not it. The truth is, I had no idea what to say to him. Dad, neither did I. Oh, is that where he burned himself down? He just ignited. Ah, man, that was hot. These flames can't stop them. Well, that's just desserts. All he ever taught me was how to turn up the heat. And so there's that massive mountain fire, and oh, Endeavor looks crushed there. If only I'd given it all up that day. But having killed Toya, I felt there was no turning back, so I poured all my energy into Shoto at the expense of everything else. See, I can understand this in a messed up way, man. I like, it's not good. It's not good at all, but I understand it in a messed up way. Once Toya was gone, you grew worse and worse until I couldn't stand the sight of you. You got so bad I even started seeing hints of you in the children's faces. I knew our family was broken, but I was too scared to interfere. All I could do was try to fix things, just to keep up appearances. Okay, so my personal family life, right? Not the same as this, but it's similar enough for me to understand the different perspectives of the parents, right? One doubling down on the work and the other one just not being able to look at anyone else, and it's just that terrible ripple effect, right? Which isn't justifiable, but like I'm not defending Endeavor. I'm just saying it's more understandable than it is he's just pure crap, right? He's actually got some reasonable motivations behind these in some warped ways. Not stuff that I would do personally, but you could see how someone would go down the wrong path in a lot of ways. I knew our family was broken, but I was too scared to interfere. All I could do was try to fix things, just keep up an appearance. It was you who started all of this. You're the root cause, but maybe if I'd just slugged you in the face and made you have a few serious talks with him, DABI never would have come about, and I wouldn't have been enjoying some good sober with Shoto all these years. You're not the only one who's responsible, and now we all have to take responsibility for what comes next. Your heart may be broken, but we're here to get you back on your feet. You have no choice but to fight, DABI. Are you really the woman I married? One of our children, one who's suffering much more than us. Well, despite having every right to resent me, he's starting to call me mum again. He's been making friends at UA, and now he's the one saving us. Shoto is our family hero. I talked with Mum before we came to see you. I thought this couldn't be your battle to fight, and that I was the only one who could do it, but I was wrong. Once you're done grieving, stand back up, because we all have to go stop Toya. And we've got Hawks and Best Genius. Man, Best Genius has the creepiestly long neck. I know his face is like half under there, but still, man, it makes him look like a giraffe of a man. Alright, next chapter, the 28th Feb. Alright, that was good. I'm actually really enjoying this flashback. I don't really have any closing thoughts, really, outside of it's just a good chapter. Like I said, not too much in it, but like enough enjoyable stuff. Man, you heard what I said. You know what I've been talking about, alright? So, to keep it fair, you know, it is what it is. Nothing but love. Ooh, got an alarm going off there. Nothing but love. Nothing but respect, alright? If you want to help out the channel, you can do so by hitting subscribe, alright? You can like the video, you can hit the bell icon to get more notifications when I drop more content, alright? I drop a schedule on Twitter every week for what I think I'm going to be covering for the week, alright? So go check that out. Join the Discord if you want to talk anything anime and manga related, alright? Drop a comment in the comment section down below and tell me whether you like or dislike the video, alright? Hit me up if you want to talk anything anime and manga related, especially My Hero Academia on this video, alright? Because I am always free to have a little chit chat, and I always try my hardest to respond, alright? So, without further ado, you know what we do, you know what we don't, you know what we is, what we isn't. Peace, have a good day, alright? And until the next one, nothing but love, nothing but respect.